Right, so it's winter and I'm starting to get ready for the spring, but I'm also looking back to the last summer. So here's a few recordings that I made. Would have been late last summer, so I hope you enjoy this. There's a few songs on there, and yeah, a bit of harp playing, but mainly some traditional folk songs. It's the sound of late summer, late August here in England. There's rain on the tarpaulin. It was really warm today and I was feeling a bit tired, so I just went and jumped in the local lake. It was lovely. I didn't dither, I just went and dived in, otherwise I would have never done it. Anyway, there's a lakes always remind me of swans, and swans always remind me of Polly Vaughan. So it's one of my, the first songs that I learnt from recordings of handbrakes. So Polly Vaughan is a sad song about a girl who, well, she's out walking in the rain and she puts a cloak around her, and her true love accidentally shoots her, believing that she's a swan, and then her ghost comes back. It's quite a sad song. Come all you young fellows that handle a gun, beware how you shoot when the night's coming on. For young Jimmy met his true love, he mistook her for a swan, and he shot her and killed her by the setting of the sun. Young Polly was walking all in a shower of rain. She sheltered in the green bush, her beauty to save. With her apron thrown over her, he mistook her for a swan, and he shot her and killed her by the setting of the sun. Just start recording a new song. I know it's not May, but this song starts: a fine young girl all in the month of May was gathering rushes. You can hear the sound of the rushes down by the pond where I live, so I've come to film it down here. A fine young girl all in the month of May was gathering rushes just at the break of day. It is the break of day. Well, it's about 7 a.m, not sure. But before she's come home, she's bore a little son, and she's rolled him underneath her apron. Really makes me laugh. So, in these folk songs, often a girl will just suddenly have a baby, and yeah, she didn't even know, and she rolls it up in her apron. She goes home. She tries to conceal it from her father. When she gets home, he's asking, what's that under your apron? Oh, it's nothing, really, she says. First she said it's a new petticoat. It's too big, so she's rolled it up. Anyway, then in the night, the baby starts to cry. Father asks, what's that? She said, oh, it's a little bird. And the second time, she has to admit it's a baby. She says, oh, I'll tell you the baby's daddy in the morning. So the father tries to guess. Does he have black hair? Does he have brown hair? That's what it means when it says, was it by a black man or was it by a brown? Or was it by the ploughing boy going ploughing up and down? Anyway, obviously he's a bit mad because He then wants to know where the baby was made, and he says, oh, I wish I had a firebrand to burn the building down where you met with him on a May morning. In the end, it ends with her telling him that she met him at the spring where the small birds do sing. I love that ending. Anyway, I'll put the full song, I'll probably put it on YouTube, but it is on my CD as well. I'm always better out singing as I'm walking rather than just setting up the microphone at home, because it's just boring. It's sterile. It has no feeling just to sit down and sing on purpose, if you see what I mean. I'm quite happy singing as I'm pottering around the house or washing the pots, or just especially when the children are in bed and I'm pottering about while they fall to sleep. But I love singing when I'm outside, just wandering. It's night time and I've just took the dog out. Best time of day. My latest song obsession is called My Bonnie Boy, and it's a song that I've heard. Well, I heard it years ago on an album by Annie Briggs. Never really learnt it properly, and I wasn't really that bothered. And then just lately I thought, actually, I'm going to properly listen to it properly and listen to the words and what it means. And the fact that Vaughan Williams took it and used the melody in the English folk song suite, that made me want to learn it too. So I've just about got the song now, so I'll sing it. I once had a boy, and a bonny, bonny boy. He would come and he would go at request, and that bonny boy was my pride and my joy. And I built him a bower on my breast. I built him a bower on my breast. It was up the green valley and down the green hill, like one who was troubled in mind. I hollered and I whooped and I played upon my flute, but no bonny boy could I find. But no bonny boy could I find. At the end of the grove I sat myself down, and the sun it shone wonderful warm. And who should I spy but my own bonny boy, fast locked in another girl's arms. Fast locked in another girl's arms. Now the girl who's the joy of my own bonny boy, let her make of him all that she can. And whether he loves me or whether he don't, I'll walk with that boy now and then. I'll walk with that boy now and then. actually love those songs where you've got big pauses in between the verses. Ooh, that's blown me away actually, singing that. Just been stood in the middle of this field in the dark. Well, it's nearly dark. And yeah, it's a good song. Silly girl though, I want to shake her and say, what are you doing? He doesn't really love you, so what are you messing about with him for? Anyway, that's the way it goes, isn't it? In these old folk songs. There are slight variations, I think, in some of the other versions that I've heard. What I like to do to learn a new song, well, I've written about this on my blog actually, how to learn a new song easy, because a lot of people say they can't remember words. I just think the best thing you can do is play a song on repeat over and over and over and over again. You've got to get the tune into your head first. And then once you've got the tune into your head, then you can learn the lyrics after. Try not to write the lyrics down, or try not to have them in front of you when you learn it. You just have to memorise it bit by bit, gradually. And you can then mess about and alter the words if you want to, because that's the beauty of folk songs, or any songs really. I like to have a bit of a mishmash of all the versions that I love the best and choose out the ones, the words that I like that fit in the best. So Anne Briggs's version, it's just slightly different to another version that I've heard. You just have to have a listen to them. I'll put those links to the other versions on my blog as well. But if you want to learn folk songs, it doesn't have to be difficult. It's just listening and repetition, and obviously before YouTube and before CDs and everything, we'd have listened to other people singing and just joined in and repeated, and you can still do that at the folk clubs. I used to love going to folk clubs, sing-arounds, where everyone would take it in turns and sing a song, and there'd always be a really nice song that would just catch my ear, I'd love, and you end up humming along, and then I'd go and ask the singer, what was that called, and can you sing it me again? Or usually I'd go home and then look it up myself on old YouTube, which has been invaluable. I do love that song, My Bonnie Boy. Now, while I was researching My Bonnie Boy, up popped another song by the same name, which I didn't know was called that. Well, I knew it's something else. It's called The Trees They Do Grow High. The trees they do grow high, and the blah 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 blah. Can't remember it, you see, I've not learned that properly yet. But that's been on my list as well during lockdown. I found that at the beginning. It was just the most beautiful song about this girl. She was cross with her father because her father found her husband who was too young for her, basically. I mean, he was only like 15, 16, and she was like 20. Anyway, she was mad with her father, but they did have a child together, but then he died. The lad died. Nice cheery folk song. It's got a lovely melody. That's next on my list to learn. Like I say, you have to put your mind to actually learning a song. The first one that I sang, that's been in my head for about 15 years somewhere, just on the edge of my brain somewhere, and I've never wanted to learn it, but as soon as I decided I was going to learn it, I then made a particular effort to concentrate. And here he is. Here's the dog. And while I'm out walking with the dog, and I'm not walking fast, I'm just plodding along. It's a really good time to sing. See them rabbits? Look at all them bunnies. There's something over there. I don't know what it is. Oh, the trees they do grow high, and the leaves they do grow green. And many's the long winter's night my love and I were seen
It's a cold winter's night, my lovey, when I must lie alone. My bonny boy is young, but he's growing. Growing, growing, my bonny boy is young, but he's growing. Oh, father, dear father, you've done to me great wrong, to go and get me married to one who is so young. For he is only 16 years, and I am 21. My bonny boy is young, but he's growing. Growing, growing, my bonny boy is young, but he's growing. Oh, daughter, dear daughter, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll send your love to college for another year or two. And all around his college cap we'll tie a ribbon blue, to let the ladies know that he's married. Married, married, to let the ladies know that he's married. And at the age of 16 he was a married man, and at the age of 17 he was a father to a son. And at the age of 18 years the grass grew over him. Cruel death had put an end to his growing. Growing, growing, cruel death has put an end to his growing. And now my love is dead, and in his grave doth lie. The green grass grows over him both very, very high. And I'll not love another man until the day I die. And I'll watch all o'er his child while he's growing. Growing, growing, I'll watch all o'er his child while he's growing.
Pigeons are very noisy. I've just got to the park tunnel in Nottingham, hoping that a pigeon's not going to poo on my head. So I've actually dressed up nice today to come and do some filming. And yeah, there's no one about, so that's good. Yeah, the park tunnel is a very old thoroughfare in Nottingham. It's carved in the sandstone rocks. And it's got seemingly good acoustics for singing. Pigeons like it. I really don't know what to sing, actually. I've usually got a song in my head, but The King of Rome would be good, because that's a song about pigeons. There we go. Go away. And but that's a Derby song. So I'll see if I can think of a Nottingham song.
That's great.
I'm just going to help these with the bread.
That's really good.
It's not finished yet. I'm going to show you.
This is the crazy critters from the wild weed world. We're the crazy critters from the wild weed world. We don't like your reasons or your Hollywood girls. We don't want your lifestyle, we just want to be one. In the fifth dimension with the people of home. Now the fifth dimension is down here on earth. and also in heaven as above, so below. To be among the weeds or in palaces divine is where I like to be most of the time. You can take your technocracy and shove it up your butt. If you tidy up your gardens using Bayer's old Roundup, everything you make is stolen from someone, and it's made out of oil and releases carbon. So here's to the barons who can bring this life down, and try them for treason and send them to the beyond. And here's to everyone that don't wanna be a slave, but neither do we particularly want to roll the waves. We're the crazy critters from the wild weed. We don't like your reasons or your Hollywood girls. We don't want your lifestyle, we just want to be one. In the fifth dimension with the people of home. In the fifth dimension with the people. In the fifth dimension and the people of home.
There we go.
That looks lovely.
It will be once it's cooked.
Now be careful with it.
I'll put it on the blue cheese. Have it in your tongue.
It's kind of burnt on the bottom.
Green sauce.
Guys, I need you to volunteer.
I love it.
You're being volunteered. Excuse me. Gloves. Get some gloves. Take that to be washed up.
It's quite spicy. Wait, it has spices on it. I'm good.
Yeah. Take it to be washed up.
Isaac, can I have some butter on toast? Oh yeah, butter on bread. Oh, that's actually
Do you need a chopping board for that?
That's really hard on this one.
I were on yonder hill, 'tis there I sit and cry my fill. Iskajay to my Barney,
my outside is
shoo, 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 Iskajay to my Barney.
Excuse me, do you have any lights?
I sell my rock, I sell my wheel, I sell my only spinning wheel. I my lover's sword of steel. Iskajay to my Barney song. Shoo, 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 go sucker, I can shoo.